Hello, and welcome to the archives. Today I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently. It's been a while since my last one. This is going to be a bit of a longer video, and you're probably going to notice right away I don't have my playmat out and I don't have the cards all here. That's because I'm going to see how this looks. I'm doing the static image background, and I'll be throwing up images as I talk. Uh, doing them up in post-editing so you can see exactly the cards I'm talking about. What I would like to talk about is um, Data and Destiny, the new expansion pack that's coming out. I've had a look. All the cards that are going to be in it have been introduced and shown up. It's coming out quite soon, and I am extremely interested in the cards. I'm only going to be talking about NBN today and the 25 cards in that particular expansion that deal with all NBN goodness. So let's dive right in and poke around at some things. Okay, so right here we have, I'm going to deal with the identities first, right off the bat. So we've got the first one, Sync. Everything, everywhere. A 40 deck minimum card, so it's a much leaner deck than usual, but it's still got 15 influence. A lot of the 40 card decks that are leaner have less influence than that. So that right there makes things interesting. And this is also a flip identity. And from what I've been able to tell, as you can see on the card, you spend a click to flip the identity. But with this side up, it says the runner pays 1 credit more when spending a click to remove a tag, not through a card ability. So if they're just spending, I believe it is a click and 2 credits per tag that you want to remove, that's going to be a click and 3 credits. So you're making it more expensive for them to get rid of tags. Now, you flip this identity, and from what I understand on the other side, I haven't been able to find an image of it, but from what I understand, the other side says you can click it and flip this identity. Now that's interesting because the Jinteki flip identities that I've had, you can only flip the once. Uh, these ones here are definitely different because you can flip back and forth between them. Now the other part says you may pay 2 credits fewer when spending a click to trash a resource, not through a card ability. So with masterful use of this card, you're making the runner pay more to get rid of their tags, and you're paying less to trash resources. But it does cost that click to flip the identity back and forth. So it's whether you feel it is worth it to uh, spend your clicks because you get one fewer than the runner to do that. Now on to the next identity. We've got here New Angeles Soul, your news. Now this one is a 45 card minimum deck, 15 card influence, nothing but the truth. And its wonderful special ability is whenever an agenda is scored or stolen, you may play 1 current from HQ or archives, paying its play cost. So it's basically giving you a free turn to play a current operation or any card with the current on it. And that can be interesting because current has been a new thing in the lunar cycle, I believe, as well as the Sansan cycle. There's been more currents coming up, which can be interesting, especially if you have this wonderful card. I'm not sure. I haven't messed around with current cards too much, so I don't know exactly how well that is or not, but it looks interesting. All right, now here we have the Spark Agency Worldwide Reach. We're ready to start the fire. And this is dealing with advertisements, which I believe are completely new to the Data and Destiny expansion. The first time each turn you res an advertisement, the runner just loses a credit, which is really interesting. because there's another card coming up, which which I believe basically makes pretty much any asset you play considered an advertisement. So if you get that going and you start throwing these cards out, first time each turn you res one, it's like boom, lose a credit, boom, lose a credit next turn, boom, lose a credit next turn. It's interesting. And yes, 45 minimum deck size, 55, 55, what is it? Influence. Yes, had a bit of a brain fart there. Okay, now those are the three identities. Now, of those three, I think the one I would probably be poking at the most is either Spark Agency or Sync. Sync really makes it interesting for me, but I don't know. I kind of like some of the older NBN identities. Still, I'm willing to give them a shot eventually. We shall see. Okay, what is next? What is next? Bum, bum. Wait, wait. Oh, I almost forgot about that one. I think is there another one? No, that's a different one. Sorry, my bad. I'm looking at the wrong screen. Okay, where were we? Yes, we're getting right back to the. We will go to the agendas next. Okay, here we are. Agendas. This agenda I will want in all of my NBN decks. 15 minutes. It costs 2 to res it, so it's a very quick resing agenda. It's only worth 1 point, which is fine. But this agenda is one that I wouldn't care if it was stolen because of the wonderful ability on it. Spending a click, shuffle 15 minutes into research and development. The corp can trigger this ability while 15 minutes is in the runner's score area. Now it's only a limit of 1 per deck, which is sad because I would absolutely love to have 3 of them in my deck, but I can understand why it's not. But even so, even with just 1, having the ability to literally deny deny the runner an agenda point for 1 click, that is immensely useful. I absolutely love it. So yeah, this will be going into all of my NBN deck. Doesn't matter what kind I'm making, that will be an agenda in it. All right, the next one, improved tracers. A 3 credit cost for 1 security or 1 agenda point. It is a security agenda. All tracer ice have +1 strength. Now this one will definitely be going into my NBN decks as well, because a lot of my NBN decks tend to have tracers. I just load up on tracers because that's what NBN is built for. It's I want my runners to have tons and tons of tags and be like, oh no, does he have this to destroy my resources? Does he has this one to just do meat damage to me? And just to make them focus on getting rid of the tags that I'm piling on top of them. It's what I love to do. The base trace strength of each subroutine is also increased by 1. And there's nothing on this card that says you can't stack that. So if you manage to score 3 improved tracers, that's all tracers ice have 3 plus 3 strength, and the base trace strength of each subroutine is increased by 3 then, if you manage to get all 3, which would be wonderful to do. That looks like a fun one. I'm really interested in checking that one out, seeing how that plays in my decks. The quantum predictive model. A 3 credit cost for 1 agenda point. It is a security. And I love the image art. You've got the cutesy little cat on top and the reflection of a very diabolical green glowy zombie kitty type thing. I think it's playing off the Schrodinger's cat thing, because you got the cat that is alive and dead. Possibly, I don't know. If quantum predictive model is accessed from R&D, the runner must reveal it. If the runner is tagged, When quantum predictive model is accessed, add it to your score area. So that I love. With the previous one of improved tracers and the fact that I have a lot of trace ice and a lot of trace improvements in my NBN deck, throwing this in would be even better because the runner tends to be tagged more often than not if I can manage it. So yeah, they access it, I just throw it in mine. I don't even need to score it. That's fantastic. And I love the little flavor text. Yes and no. So that's very cute. Uh, and the last one, I believe it is the last one, yes. The rebranding team. Now it is a 4-point cost for credits to score this, and it's worth 2 agenda points. And this is one of the ones this is the one I was telling you about. All assets gain advertisement. So basically, it doesn't matter what you've got as an asset. If you get this scored, all assets gain advertisement. Then you get the one that with the ice that allows you to just take the identity that allows you to just take credit from your runner every time you res an advertisement. So once you've got all assets with advertisement, you just res an asset, and it's automatically boom. Do 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 do. Okay, so we'll move on here to the next one. Now we'll move on to the assets because why not? All right. Now this is one that I've been wondering if they were going to put out for a while now because I've read about her in the Free Fall novel for the Android universe. Lily Lockwell, an asset that is a character, costs 2 to res her, costs 3 for the runner to trash her. When you res Lily Lockwell, you draw 3 cards, which is rather nice. You pay 2 credits, you draw 3 cards. That's not bad, and because it's because you can res cards pretty much whenever, and it doesn't cost you a click, you're getting 3 cards for just 2 credits. It's not a bad one. Um, Spend a click, remove a tag. Now, this is interesting. It took me a minute when I was first poking around at this to figure it out. You just bombard the runner. You make sure the runner has tags. You spend a click, take one of those tags off the runner. You can search R&D for an operation, reveal it, shuffle the rest of R&D, add the operation on top of R&D. So you know that's going to be your next one. So if you've got an operation that can hurt the runner if they're tagged and they still have tags on them, you can be like, this is what I have now. I'm putting that on top. I'm getting that next turn. You're going to want to get rid of all your tags, which means you're making the runner waste time and money getting rid of those tags so you don't drop the bomb on them, basically. Live from New Angeles, this is Lily Lochwell. So I quite like this one. This is a nice one. I'm not sure if I would have put it in my deck or not, but we'll see. Next one, we have the Asset News Team. This is a 0 cost to res and a 0 credit to trash, but it is an ambush. If News Team is accessed from R&D, the runner must reveal it. When the runner accesses News Team, he or she must either take 2 tags or add News Team to his or her score area as an agenda worth -1 agenda point. Now, the way I'm reading this, I may be wrong, but the way I'm reading it is this is an ambush only if it's accessed from R&D. If you've got it installed, it's not really going to work because it doesn't say here that you have to pay anything, which means the runner. I assume the runner, if it accesses it while it's installed, they can just immediately trash it. Although it says when the runner accesses it, he or she must either take 2 tags or add News Team to her score area as an agenda. Which, oh wait, oh that might not be it. Yeah, this might actually work as an ambush even if it is installed. They can still trash it, but they have to take the 2 tags in order to trash it for nothing. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. That looks really nice. I'm maybe throwing that in my deck just for the free tags. And this one, Reality 3D. You can see Max here, and it's blurred out, but she's giving the those floaty cameras that are recording her the finger. It is an asset that is illicit. When you res Reality 3D, take 1 bad publicity. Oh dear. When your turn begins, gain a credit, or 2 credits if the runner is tagged. So as long as this is active, you've got a bad publicity. So unless you get something to get rid of a bad publicity, you're kind of giving the runner a free credit every time they run. But as long as the runner is tagged, you're getting 2 free credits every turn. And this one's going to cost the runner six credits to get rid of. That is a hefty cost to trash a card that doesn't cost you anything to res because it is a 0 res cost. That is a nice card. Even with the bad publicity, that would be a card that I would definitely be interested in taking in one of my decks. What's this one? Shannon Clare. She is a 0 cost to res, a 3 credit cost for the runner to trash, and she is an asset. Spend a click to draw 1 card from the bottom of R&D. Interesting. You trash her, search R&D or archives for an agenda, and reveal it. Shuffle the rest of R&D if you searched it. Add the agenda to the bottom of R&D. Oh, so you would need, I would say, multiple of her. You can only have, they have the little diamond symbol next to her name, so you can only have 1 active at any time, but you can have multiple in the deck, in your deck. So you'd have 1 of her, and if you happen to have to throw out an agenda, if you're forced to throw out an agenda into the archives, um, you can trash her, grab it, throw it at the bottom of R&D. When she pops up again, you can draw that card from the bottom. That's interesting. I'm not sure if I would use her or not, but that's interesting. All right, next. Next we have Victoria Jenkins. She is a 3 res cost, a 5 credit to trash, a hefty card to trash. She is an executive. The runner has 1 fewer click to spend during his or her turn. Oh, now that is that is evil. If Victoria Jenkins is trashed while being accessed, add her to the runner's score area as an agenda worth 2 agenda points. Oh, now this is the one the risk reward really plays in on. Do you see if you throw that up, you're making the runner spend 1 fewer click. You're basically limiting them to 3 clicks a turn, just like you. And at 5 credits to trash, that's a pretty hefty cost. But there are runners that will go after it to get their click back and to trash her to get an agenda, basically a free agenda worth 2 points. So that's tricky. I don't know if I would use her or not, but if I did, I would definitely set it up that she has to be in a. She has to be in. I only have 1 of her in my deck, and she would have to be set up that it would be very difficult for the runner to trash that card. All right, now we are on to the ice, and there's a few pieces of ice to have a look at. Now this one, our first one here is Archangel. It is an ice that is a code gate, a tracer, and an ambush. It has a 4 credit res cost with a 6 strength, and that is nothing to sneeze at. What do we got here? If Archangel is accessed from R&D, the runner must reveal it. Oh, I like this already. If you pay 3 credits when the runner accesses Archangel, he or she immediately encounters it. Ignore this ability if Archangel is accessed from the archives. Oh, so this is ambush ice that just automatically works as ice, not installed, even if it's just sitting in R&D. That I like a lot. And it has one subroutine, trace 6. If successful, add one installed runner card to his or her grip. Okay, I don't mind this at all. So any card, just an installed runner card. It can be a console, it can be a resource, it can be a program that's helping them. Yeah, I like this a lot. This is a nice little card to have. And a 6 strength is nothing to sneeze at. All right, now we have News Hound. Now this is a 2 credit res cost with a 4 strength. It is a sentry tracer. If a current is active, News Hound gains end the run after all its other subroutines. Okay? It has one subroutine, trace 3, if successful, give the runner 1 tag. Interesting. So as long as a current is active, this goes trace 3, if successful, give the runner a tag, and then end the run. So yeah, if you're using this, you definitely want to have a current active pretty much all the time. Next one, resistor. Okay, a 0 credit res cost with a 0 strength. Interesting. Ice that is a barrier tracer. Resistor has +1 strength for each tag the runner has. Ooh, so this one would be good, especially the way I like to run things by piling the tags on a runner. The more tags he has, the stronger this ice is. Trace 4. If successful, end the run. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm a fan of this card. What do we have here? Next, special offer. It is a trap advertisement ice. 1 credit to res, 3 strength. The corp gains 5 credits. Trash special offer. Oh, wait. Yes. Okay, I really like this one. I really do. Because with the special offer up, they either let me get 5 credits or they pay money to stop me from getting 5 credits. But if they pay money to stop me from getting 5 credits with this piece of ice, I don't have to trash it. Because it's only trashed if the subroutine goes through. If they bypass the subroutine, then it doesn't go through and it doesn't get trashed. Oh, that is devious. That is absolutely devious. Yeah, this ice will probably be going into my my NBN deck once I get it. Definitely, I'll have to poke around and see if I can't throw that in. That is nice. This one, TLDR, which is internet slang for too long, didn't read. It is a code gate, 1 credit to res, 4 strength. And it says, I love the way they had this set up. The subroutine says, when the runner encounters the next piece of ice during this run, that ice gains a second copy of each subroutine on it after the original subroutine for the remainder of the encounter. And then it says directly below that, the too long didn't read version of that subroutine that it just got done explaining to you. Duplicate the subs on the next piece of ice. I love the way that is set up. It it is a beautiful, wonderful little comedic nod to internet slang, and it's wonderful. It is also a piece of ice that I will be throwing into my decks once I get it, because I would love to be just like some of the ice I have to just duplicate it. Oh my god. Throwing this in front of a touring on my R&D, oh, it would be beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, and the next piece of ice we have is Turnpike. Turnpike is a sentry tracer, 2 credit to res, 3 credit strength, or 3 strength, I should say. When the runner encounters Turnpike, he or she loses a credit. Right off the bat, that's nice. It doesn't give them a chance. They encounter it, immediately lose a credit, which is good. Then trace 5. If successful, give the runner a tag. Not bad. Trace 5 is a good strength trace. I like that. And with some of my cards and assets and identities for my NBN deck, I tend to have some free credits floating around that I can throw on traces if need be. Okay. All right, so that is all the ice that there is in the new one. Now let's move on to the operations. This is the 24/7 news cycle. 0 credit cost to play. As an additional cost to play it, 24/7 news cycle, you must forfeit an agenda. Now that could be tricky. Forfeiting agendas is could be trouble. Could be trouble. But I could see how this could work, especially if you forfeit 15 minutes agenda, which is, I believe, no, I don't believe it's trashed. Okay, so no, I'm thinking of something else. I think forfeit an agenda is remove it from the game. But still, forfeiting an agenda. But it will resolve the when scored ability on an agenda in your score area. So if you have like a trash agenda that's not really worth anything that you manage to throw in there, you can forfeit that one and then trigger a when scored ability on an agenda in your score area. So you can get double the when scored ability. And some of the when scored abilities can be extremely helpful. I'm not sure I would use it, but it's interesting. Next we have Ad Blitz. Ooh, and it has an X cost. It's also a double operation. As an additional cost to play this operation, spend a click. So it's going to cost you 2 clicks. Install and res, paying all cost, X advertisements from archives and or HQ if able. Now that could be interesting. If you've got archive stuff in your archives that you want to bring back into play, this would let you. It would also let you do it from your hand as well. And all you need is the money to pay for it, to install and res them, as well as, for example, if you've got 3 advertisements, that's only going to be 3 credits to play this operation. If you only want to do it to 1, that's only 1 credit to play this operation. Not bad. Not a bad card at all. At least in my opinion. For what my opinion is worth. I'm not the best Netrunner player out there. I'm not even the most knowledgeable. But I can see how this can be some fun. Okay. Now we've got Media Blitz. Now this is a 2 credit cost operation that is a current. This card is not trashed until another current is played or an agenda is stolen. Choose an agenda in the runner's score area. Media Blitz gains the text of that agenda. Ooh. Now that could be fun, especially if the runner happened to nab an agenda that you really wanted the ability on it for. If they've got it, you can be like 2 credits. I play this one. My next click, I trigger it because most of them tend to have the thing on it. I like that. I wonder. I kind of wonder if you could use Media Blitz to um, make it that you could take it. You could like score it that has a when scored ability on it, and then be like, I score this as an agenda. I don't know if you can do that. I doubt it. So that it would really be only good for the ones that have like a a paid ability or a hosted something that costs you a click or costs you money to trigger. I think that would be the only thing that would be really good for, but I don't know. Although I would definitely like to try that one out. Okay, next one, surveillance sweep. 2 credit cost, a current operation. The card is not trashed until another current is played or an agenda is stolen. The runner must spend credits first for each trace attempt during a run. This is definitely going in my deck. Hands down, I don't care. I'm finding a way to put 3 of these in my deck because making the runner pay credits first is fantastic. Because with the corp having to pay first, you're always having to look at the runner's credit pool and go, okay, he's got that many credits, so I need to make sure that I spend this much. And it becomes this game where you don't want to spend too much, because if you want to make sure that they'll never spend money to get rid of the trace, then they won't spend any money. But making the runner pay first, then they've got to be like, lovely. It turns that whole scenario around, and I love that entire idea. Surveillance sweep, there should be no reason why surveillance sweep should not be in an NBN deck or any deck with tracers. It's just too good. It has a 3 influence cost on it for this one. Um, Pay that cost because that is, yeah, it is too perfect of a card. I love the whole idea. And next, a 1 credit cost for the All-Seeing Eye. And as you can see, it's the all-seeing letter I, which is interesting. Play only if the runner is tagged, so you can't play it unless they're tagged. And when you do play it, trash all resources. The runner can remove 1 bad publicity to prevent this. Now this is nice, especially if you've got bad publicity on you and you want to get it off. You can play this for 1 credit and be like, hey, you can take that bad publicity off me, or you lose all your resources. So that is a nice one. And it's only a 1 influence too, so this could be used in just about any deck that has bad publicity problems. Definitely worth the money and worth the cost. Okay, now we're over here to the upgrades. I think we're almost done, if I'm correct. I'll just do a little double checking. Yes, we are almost finished. We are almost finished. We're down to the upgrades. Okay, now we've got Keegan Lane here. He is an upgrade sysop. He has trash, remove 1 tag, trash a program. Use this ability only during a run on this server. Now that is nice, because if they start running at a server and they've got a single piece of ice or a single program that will get them past a piece of ice and they've got tags, you can be like, trash the program, trash this guy, remove 1 of their tags, trash that program, and they're pretty much destroyed. Although it says trash 1 program, it doesn't say that you get to pick. So I don't know how that would work. I'd have to double check. But even if you don't, it's still useful to be able to trash programs in the middle of a run. And 3 credits to trash it, to trash this card anyways for the runner, that's not bad. With a 0 cost to res, not bad at all. And the last upgrade we have is the Rutherford Grid, 0 cost res, 4 credits for the runner to trash it. It is a region upgrade. The base strength of each trace during a run on this server is increased by 2. Limit 1 region per server. I am a big fan of this. just increasing the base strength of anything, yeah. Yeah, this would be something that I definitely might include into one of my decks. Oh, we've got somebody calling in. But yeah, this is definitely something that I would be extremely interested in having in one of my decks. So yes, that's all of the NBN cards for the Data and Destiny. I will probably look at the other cards for it. Maybe sometime soon, maybe not. I don't know. But I was definitely interested in checking these ones out and talking about them. So I hope you like the new format. I hope that this is interesting to you. So yeah, I'll leave it there. And until next time, keep running.